In this video I'm going to talk about a couple of Boker's sub line CLB Chadlos Banos design knives. Chadlos Banos is on several of the forums that I frequent. I know him in that way, and he lives on a neighbor island to me of Maui. He designs these knives, and he coordinates with Boker to have them produced. They're very nifty designs. They pretty much all look the same. Well, his sub line, I should say, because he makes several different models for Boker. But his sub line, they all look more or less the same closed. They have these sort of smoothed out notches or lines in the G10 material. And their frame lock construction, stainless steel frame lock. In a way, the pocket clip sort of acts almost like a lock stop and keeps you from overextending the lock bar. This one is the SubClaw. Sort of doing this to preface the video series that I'm thinking about doing on the Fred Perrin LaGriff. If you'd be interested in seeing a series of videos talking about LaGriffs, let me know in the comments. I'm thinking pretty strongly about doing that here over the next couple of months or so. So this blade is made out of AUS-8, AUS-8. It's a Japanese steel, similar to 440C. This is made for Boker's Plus line. It's in a way kind of a little bit higher quality line that they put out. When I was originally looking at the Emerson LaGriff, before I had decided on what to buy, I was asking questions around the forums, which would be better, a LaGriff or a Boker SubClaw. So a lot of times they're mentioned kind of in the same questions, like a small, concealable, self-defense blade. And the hook design is definitely good for that. It'd also be good for peeling an orange or removing linoleum or carpeting. You know, it's whatever you want to use it for. Nothing is inherently evil. Yeah, so a lot of people would recommend either one, this knife or the LaGriff to me. They just have, you know, different features. This one has a pocket clip and it's a folder. In that way, it could take a little bit longer to deploy. You have to pull it out of your pocket and actually open the blade. But you can use them and hold them in a lot of really similar grips. It's just the Boker line, the Chadlos Banos design, of course, doesn't have a finger hole for retention. So that's just not the way that it's designed. It's not a flaw in the design, you know, it's just a difference, that's all. They're very well made knives. There's no blade play in any direction. Lockup is super solid. My wife actually has carried this, and what's SubCom, I think is the name of the other one. This is SubClaw and the other one's the SubCom. She has two versions of that. One is stock like this, and for anyone interested, they also make a titanium scale. It has titanium thumb studs instead of this little plastic thumb opening device. And it's been on my list of something to pick up for a long time. Haven't gotten around to it yet. You can reverse the pocket clip for tip up, tip down, but not left side. So after she had those for a while and she really liked them, and it's about the only knife I can actually get her to EDC other than the Benchmite that she used to have. Actually, she had a couple different auto-opening Benchmites. The original 1001 series, I think it was. It's made in the US, and it was automatic. She lost both of those. I think it's due to the lack of a clip. Never to be seen again. I eventually did get her one of the cheaper made in China versions from the Benchmade's Red line. I think it's called a Benchmite 2. It's a manual opener. She doesn't like that one nearly as much as her original Benchmites, or as much as the Chadlos Banos designs. But in the Cove on the USN, I did see pimped SubCom come up for sale, and ever since I got her that's definitely been her primary carry. I used to, yeah, it came pimped already with pink G10 scale, sort of inlaid on top of the steel liner. It's kind of a light pink, or as I'd call it, a breast cancer pink. She actually prefers darker pink, but I've never seen a dark pink G10 scale. If you know where to find raw dark pink G10, give me a heads up. This is a J. Collin bead, titanium, and unanodized. Very nice bead. Sort of give you a little bit more grip on the knife. So this is the SubCom, and this has been her primary ADC for many years now. I want to say that at the time that I acquired this, pre-owned, I contacted Potterma, and I am about 95% sure that he said at that time that yes, he did make this scale. I suspected it might have been him because he's done a lot of Boker sub-series pimp jobs. And you can see where my wife added some bling to it. We were going to a USN meet and greet, and she wanted her knife to be a little bit more blinged out before we went there. And this has been maybe a year ago, and they're all still there. You know, they haven't moved. I think it's a Stampin' Up brand rhinestones, I guess. They're already sticky back, and she just stuck them to the G10, and you gotta admit, it's pretty solid. Looks good. Same steel for the blade. The tip, or the clip, is set for tip-up carry. Yeah, Chad Los Banos, man, he comes out with some really neat designs, a lot of really interesting stuff. Has most of it made through Boker, a knife or two through Tops. And yeah, I think any one of his designs is definitely worth checking out. Puts a lot of thought into them. He goes by the name of Daywalker on several forums, so you may have seen him around. The G10, the way it's done, makes this one a little bit thicker, which, you know, it's kind of nice. Nice for it to be thicker. So, thanks for watching.